It feels like I'm saying this every week, but Caleb Williams is officially the biggest player to enter college football's transfer portal. After winning the starting job at Oklahoma, the former 5-star quarterback has opted to put his name in the transfer portal and explore other options. Today, we'll be taking a look at some of the potential schools who could land the biggest name to ever enter the portal. Before we get to today's video, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to the channel. If you're watching this video, odds are you're a college football fan, and odds are you aren't subscribed to my channel. So make sure to join the best college football community here on YouTube. Also, apologies if I don't sound 100% for this video, and apologies for no videos over the last week as I recently tested positive for COVID, and this past week has been brutal. It's kicked my ass. Luckily though, I'm feeling better, and we have lots of videos planned for the coming weeks. Although he's currently in the transfer portal, we're going to start this video off with Oklahoma. I know that after his announcement, Dillon Gabriel transferred in from UCLA, but I still think there's a solid chance that Caleb Williams returns to the Sooners. I don't think he necessarily wants to leave Oklahoma, but nowadays in college football with how NIL deals are, it's not a bad idea to at least put your name in the portal and see what opportunities are out there. And I don't blame him one bit for doing so. If he were to return back to Oklahoma, I think it's a fairly easy decision that he'd be named the starter and we would see Dillon Gabriel transfer somewhere else again. I don't think Oklahoma is the favorite, but I certainly think that it's a solid chance that he ultimately decides to return there. Oklahoma has developed some amazing quarterbacks over the years, and Caleb Williams could be the next big one to come from there. Plus, it's not like they can't offer him a ton of money for him to stay. Unless he's given an offer that's just too good to refuse, I think we could see Caleb Williams end up back in Norman for 2022. Once Lincoln Riley left for USC, a lot of people were saying that Caleb Williams would follow him there. At first, I thought there was no chance he'd end up with the Trojans, but here we are with his name in the portal, and it seems like a real possibility. It would make a lot of sense, as Lincoln Riley recruited Williams to Oklahoma. Plus, he has a great track record of getting quarterbacks into the NFL. Plus, can you imagine the NIL deals that he'd be able to make while in Los Angeles? USC is in a great spot with the quarterback position. I know that Jackson Dart is currently the starter, but Caleb would easily beat him out. USC might not be competing for a national championship in 2022, but with how things have been on the rise for that program, Williams could easily speed up their national championship push. If he's not returning to Oklahoma, the Trojans just make too much sense overall. Reuniting with the head coach who recruited him and named him the starter, who by the way has also developed numerous NFL quarterbacks. Plus, going to Los Angeles, which is the prime destination for potential NIL deals. Oh, and he could be the face of a program who is possibly turning into a playoff contender. Overall, it just seems like a dream scenario for him. One school that has been gaining a lot of attention is Georgia. According to reports, they're actually the top landing spot for Caleb Williams unless they get outbid, and it makes perfect sense. The Bulldogs have been great over the last few years, but they've lacked that big-time quarterback that's been able to get them over the hump. This would finally give them that quarterback and make them arguably the best all-around team in college football. They have a lot of great offensive weapons, and Williams would be right in the hunt for a national championship. Plus, he'd be in the SEC and playing top talent on a week-to-week basis. Before I get to a few more potential landing spots, if you could take a second and give this video a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps the algorithm of the video and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. We'll stay in the SEC and talk about Ole Miss. It feels like they've missed out on a number of great quarterbacks this offseason, including Spencer Rattler and Dillon Gabriel, who ultimately decided to transfer to other programs. After losing out on those two, they still have a chance to land the biggest name in the portal this offseason. We saw Matt Corral completely flip his draft stock as he's turned himself into the likely first quarterback selected in the upcoming NFL draft. If you're Caleb Williams, playing under Lane Kiffin's offense certainly looks enticing. Just like with Georgia, you'd be playing in the SEC and facing elite competition on a week-to-week basis. To no surprise, Lane Kiffin has been very public with his pursuit of Caleb Williams. He recently retweeted Williams' transfer statement and retweeted a photo edit of the quarterback in an Ole Miss uniform. I'm not sure if Caleb Williams is ready to hop aboard the Lane train, but you gotta admit that out of all the schools mentioned in today's video, seeing him end up at Ole Miss might be the most fun. Another team that has been named a contender in the sweepstakes is UCLA. Now, this would be ironic as Dillon Gabriel transferred from UCLA to Oklahoma after Williams entered the portal. The Bruins certainly are an intriguing option as the program looks to be on the rise after a few down seasons. Just like with USC, playing in Los Angeles and Hollywood gives Williams numerous opportunities to capitalize on potential NIL deals. Plus, it gives him a chance to face his former head coach in Lincoln Riley. A team that could potentially come in from left field would be Maryland. He's a native of Bowie, Maryland, and he played his high school ball just 30 minutes away. Not to mention, Maryland was in his final 3 when he was deciding on where he'd go. Well, now he's a chance to go back home and play in front of friends and family. The Terps have head coach Mike Loxley and offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Dan Enos, both of whom were on Alabama's coaching staff in 2018. Now, they have experience with NFL quarterbacks as they worked with Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, and Mac Jones. After Maryland won a combined 5 games in 2019 and 2020, they won 7 games in 2021 and look to be turning a corner in the Big Ten. Caleb Williams might see an opportunity there and could easily turn the Terps into a Big Ten contender next season. So, where do you guys think Caleb Williams is going to end up? Do you think he's going to go to one of the schools I mentioned in today's video, or do you think he's going to go to a mystery team that is completely under the radar? Let me know in the comments down below where you think he's going to go and why you think he's going to choose to go there. If you haven't done so yet, now is the perfect time to smash that subscribe button and join the community here on YouTube. If you love college football, this is definitely the place for you. Oh, and make sure to drop a like on this video as well, as it really helps share the video with more college football fans. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.